Hey, what is up, you guys? We are here at Universal Orlando Resort for Halloween Horror Nights 28.
Finally.
And we are here doing our own little RIP tour. Thanks to Universal Orlando.
So it's pretty exciting, actually.
Yeah, we are up here at the top, and they brought us to the guest service VIP center before our tour
To show us
the scariest part. Look at this. This is insane. They're slowly letting people, it just kind of opened, but the line goes all the way back to the bridge, and it is a completely sold out night.
Yeah, so this is gonna be wild because it goes all the way through the bridge. So if you've never been here, you actually have to go through the bridge, through the water, to walk into the actual gates of Horror Nights.
But we are so excited, it's gonna be such a spooky night, and of course, we're gonna take you guys with us, so let's go.
See you guys.
That's my new best friend.
That is?
Thanks, Scarlett.
Oh, thank you so much.
I forgot my fishnets at home. So maybe you can take this, and then like when you're done with me, like can you slip on your fishnets so like when I go to hell, I look good walking down the stairs.
I'm totally good with that.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, you look fabulous now.
Alright, the RIP tour here is already so bomb. Wow. They brought us to Cafe La Bamba, and they have a full hot food out. Look at all this deliciousness. Oh my gosh. So much food, some drink. There's a cash bar over there. There's some scare actors walking around. Listen, if you want the full Horror Nights experience, RIP tour all the way.
Like we just walked in.
And we're just here. We just started, and I'm already blown away. We haven't done anything yet. We literally haven't done anything yet.
This is crazy.
Francis already made a friend.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be an ongoing thing tonight. Like, have you seen what I'm wearing?
Look at. Do a twirl. Where is she? There she is. If Francis is gonna die, he said he's dying fabulously.
Yeah,
so. Excuse me. Can we just? Like what? Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh snap. I can't. So of course we missed the whole desserts table. We just got a sampler plate.
Courtesy of Andrew Nixon.
Heck yeah. Got some cookies, some Oreo cupcakes, and then a s'mores cupcake.
And a chocolate chip cookie. Because I've been craving.
Wait, Andrew just came back with more cupcakes.
What's wrong?
What are these? This is like peanut butter. This looks like,
I think it has like a wrap.
oh no wait, these are in Simpsons. This is the orange creamsicle.
Oh, okay. There we go.
This looks like peanut butter and jelly. This looks the Simpsons donut cupcake, and then I don't know what this is, some like tart thing. Now we just have a table full of cupcakes. So we literally just took all the desserts.
They're delicious.
Thanks, Andrew. Here we go. We are starting our RIP tour, and the sky is almost like perfect. It's like very like just kind of rainy. It might rain still, but we're starting off in the middle of the park, going through our first scare zone, which is Twisted Traditions. Halloween-y. I always love that scare zone because that scare zone always incorporates all of those pumpkins, and it's like feels like Halloween.
An asteroid struck the Earth. Something inside that meteorite burrowed into the Earth, releasing seeds and spores across the Earth, causing plant life, alien plant life, to germinate at a very, very rapid rate. It covered everything. Covered the deserts, covered the oceans. In 3 days, everything on Earth was gone. Today is day 2. You are among the last of humanity's survivors in Arizona, which is a desert area, normally. We're gonna go through, and it's not creatures that are attacking you, it's the plants. So this is a scary house for any vegetarians. Your food is gonna hunt you.
I love it.
The ruin. That's right. Ready?
Yeah.
This has some absolutely beautiful rooms.
The last one almost almost killed me.
All right, we made it through our first house. Seeds of Extinction.
Yo, if that's what
It's
we're starting with,
beautiful.
that is insane. Like, that was so freaking good.
So the hardest part is all the monsters are all plants. So they all blend in with like really cool ghillie suits. And there's this like bioluminescence forest.
It was like Pandora, but like horror themed. That's exactly what it was.
I actually got one startle. I was looking to the right, and then some bush came at me to the left. And I was like, oh, you're big.
That was so good. I loved it.
Good start.
What a great setup.
This was a scare zone for us last year, and we have now developed it into a full house. If you're not familiar with the movie, it's kind of a collection of different stories featuring this character here, that is Sam Hain. He is the spirit of Halloween, and he enforces the rules for Halloween. And if you don't follow the rules, Sam will take care of you. And the rules include making sure that you check your candy, you never go out alone, you don't blow out your pumpkin before midnight. Lots and lots and lots of rules, which I'm sure you all know by heart. So I'm comfortable letting you go in without giving you all of the rules.
So good.
But you will see Sam throughout the house. You'll see the different vignettes from the different segments of the movie. So it may not feel like a continuous story, but that's why it's because you're in different parts of the movie, which itself has several different, completely disparate stories that are attached by the same Sam character. Everyone ready? Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Wow! Orlando snapped with Trick or Treat Maze. I literally felt like I was taken like outside of whatever world we are in and put into the movie. I felt like we were in a movie set.
The sets were just amazing. And I wish I had the camera on him. Literally,
like,
died.
Because like what happened was, okay, so staff was in front of us, so they cleared the whole line. So it was just like us four during the whole maze.
Getting every scare.
Getting every single scare. And I was like, I ran into like 2 walls, I almost died, but it's only maze 2 and we're already here.
Plus Sam. So good. Definitely one of the coolest scares they have in there is they have a Krieg character with a Sam puppet on him. Like, I think his arm is in the Sam puppet, so it looks like Sam is like literally on his back attacking him. Such a good idea, because Sam's just like a little guy.
You guys have been one of my favorite groups this evening.
Wow.
Yay!
So because of that, I am going to take you guys on a trip to Paris.
Okay.
Because I love you so much. But I have horrible, horrible timing. And it turns out that as we arrive in Paris, there's been an outbreak. A virus has taken over the entire world. We just happen to be in a foreign country where it's happening. And the UN has dictated that everybody in the world needs to be inoculated against this virus. Now, the inoculation is very easy. It's just a mist. You'll breathe it in. And it only has one very minor side effect.
Which is?
It does cause temporary blindness, which I'm sure is fine. This virus, we're preventing a disease that seems to be spreading, and people are kind of changing. They seem to almost have a taste for human flesh. It's very odd. They're talking about people who are saying they're biting and eating people. It's very odd and very strange. But once you get inoculated, you'll be fine. And thank goodness it's not very secure facility. So if those things decide to attack when you're blind, good luck, I guess. So that's this. This is dead exposure. This is something that we have done in the past. We don't ever repeat houses, but we do take stories and take them to either the next level, advancing the story a few years in the future, or in this case, giving you the entry to it. This one was dead exposure. When we first opened it, was zombie attack in a completely dark house. Same thing is going on here. While we are messing with your vision, and we will mess with your vision.
We just got out of dead exposure. My eyes still hurt.
It just keeps getting better and better. Like, this is the night.
Yeah. Oh my god, my eyes. Like, that whole house is literally just strobe lights, and there's suddenly like a scare actor. You don't see anything, and then the lights come on, and they're like right here.
It's like Lights Out, but in a maze, but in Paris, but
With
a lot
zombies.
more- yeah, like, wow. I was just so amazed and like blown away.
There was one room I just want to dance in because there's so many strobe lights.
So Slaughter Cinema, you kids nowadays are so lucky you can Netflix and chill. Back in my day, the closest thing we had was, do you want to go to a drive-in movie? So we are headed to the drive-in. Not that kind of a drive-in. One of the great things about drive-ins is that they would show some of the best horror movies or best date horror movies. Not necessarily good high quality horror movies, and that's what we're gonna do. We are gonna go through and see 9 really bad horror movies.
9 really.
As you go through, you are gonna have a movie poster for that movie and a description of it, and then you will go through a scene for that movie. Movies such as Amazon Cannibals from Planet Hell, Demon Baby, and Shitty's Kids. So we will go through each house. That's the premise on this one. Is a little bit more lighthearted and fun, although the scares are still that over-the-top, big scares with a little bit of gore thrown in. So not funny happy, funny scared. Ready?
Ready.
All right.
So we just got out of Slaughter Cinema. Definitely the campy house of the year.
It's cute. It's really cute.
There's some like funny sections to it.
Like Drew Barryless
On some of the movie posters. And my favorite room was the Midnight Snack 2 housewarming, because they have this giant like gremlin-like puppet that comes out. It's definitely the fun house. I thought Francis got scared right at the end. They have a giant like 7-foot, they cast like an 8-foot guy or something.
Listen, she's here for a good time, not a long time.
Dang.
So this one, Horrors of Blumhouse 2. We've done Horrors of Blumhouse before, where we did 3 movies crammed into a space. This year, it's a much more involved house. We're actually just doing 2 of the Blumhouse films. Current films that are out right now, or recently. First one, Happy Deathday. Groundhog Day with murder. The second one is, the second part of the house is The First Purge, which also came out this year. Just like we did in Trick or Treat, we're gonna take you and walk you through those movies. We were talking a little bit about The Exorcist house. With the Happy Death Day house, it literally is Groundhog Day with murder. And every day she wakes up in bed, the same sound effects, the same things that happen over and over and over again. So in the house, to give you that feeling, we send you through her bedroom over and over and over again to give you the feeling that you are also reliving that day over and over again. All right, ready for Horrors of Blumhouse?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Happy birthday.
Happy Death Day, sis.
Eat this cupcake. Wait, no, don't eat those. Alright, so we made our way over to Lombard's Grill to hang out before our Academy of Villains show. But we just got out of Blumhouse, which was super cute. Yeah, it was fun. Very similar to like the one they had last year, except 2 new properties. Although last year in Hollywood they had Happy Death Day. So I thought it was cool here that they did the hospital scene though, because they didn't do the hospital scene in Hollywood last year.
I was just too distracted with the babies.
The baby faces.
I just want to like go. Like go.
Those baby faces are creepy. And then The First Purge, which we have a whole house in Hollywood dedicated to. Good time. So we just got out of Academy of Villains Cyberpunk show. A lot of fun. Of course, I've always liked Academy of Villains because their first show they did back in 2 years ago, which was a Insane Asylum, was really good. And
I remember watching this.
And then last year, the hurricane ruined their show. So this year they have the Fear Factor Bill and Ted stage, which gives it a lot grander. But I mean, I miss Bill and Ted.
Me too. They were so fun. But Academy of Villains.
Yeah, definitely better than Jabberwockies.
God.
No, I'm saying it. It's true.
And that's where we begin the house. You go into the burn unit. Michael has just woken up because they're about to transport him out. He wakes up, he escaped and he goes back to Haddonfield. Now, 10 years later, he's not hunting his sister, Jamie Lee Curtis, he's now hunting his niece, an 11-year-old girl named Jamie. And tonight, as Halloween, she's dressed up as a cute little clown. So you'll see Jamie throughout the house, you'll see Michael Myers throughout the house, and again, we will walk you through that movie, including the end twist that this movie provided. And I'll remind you of it when you come back out. Ready? Ready.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I just got out of Halloween 4. They've done Halloween.
Loved it.
Yeah, they've done Halloween a couple times at the event, but Michael Myers is always a good time.
She's an icon.
Francis got a good scare.
I did. These mazes are really.
I wish I just had a camera on Francis in these houses, because I'll see it coming and then I'll like turn around. I'm like, I'm gonna watch it.
And I fall for it.
Yeah, he goes, ah! And then
And I'll be like, I admire your work. Thank you so much.
Usually I save this house for last. This is the reason that everybody is here this year. This is Stranger Things. The reason I'm not going to save it for last is because there is a distinct difference between our cast A and our cast B. Our cast A looks phenomenal. We've also got Steve and Lucas in cast A, whereas cast B we don't have a Lucas. Some nights we have Steve, some nights. This is going to be a full cast. We are going to go through season 1 of Stranger Things. So just as we have done the movies up to this point, we're doing the same thing with Stranger Things, but we are doing only season 1. So I love asking this question because most people get it wrong. How many people are fans of Stranger Things? Yeah? All right. How does season 1 open? What is the first scene in season 1?
They're playing the game.
Oh,
They're playing Dungeons and Dragons, right? No.
It's not. It's like in the government facility.
They're at the government facility. You're the first person on tour that's actually got it right.
Sorry about it.
If you remember Hawkins Lab, something's going on. It's weird. There's sirens going off. Something's going in. Everybody remembers the guy running to the elevator, pressing the elevator, and then something grabs him. The Demogorgon, we come to find out, is the kids' college. That's how we begin the house. You are going to go into Hawkins Lab as the something is broken loose. You will then find Will, looking for Will in the woods, Will in his shed with the Demogorgon stalking him, and then on throughout the season. There's one thing I want you to look for in this house that's not really obvious unless it's pointed out. You go into the buyer's house. They've got the lights up, they've got the letters up, and Joyce is trying to get something out of the wall. As you go in, she'll be on the right-hand side. The wall facing you as you go around the curve. Look at that wall. There's something within the wall. You remember, right before Joyce starts attacking it, the wall has something moving. It's in the house. There's no way that we can have a creature stalk you like it does in the show without actually showing it. So you will encounter the Demogorgon throughout this house, all the way through. In its many different guises, closed, open, and we even have one that flowers. Something else, we do something here at Halloween called guest activated triggers. The elevator, as you go in, has a blue button. Press the blue button and watch the guy that's hanging in the elevator. Alright?
Just got out of Stranger Things twice, because bless our tour guide Paul. He knew we went in the first time during a cast change, so we missed a lot of scares. So he's like, we'll just go in again. And we did. And the face casting they did here in Orlando, so good.
One is going to be called Scary Tales, Deadly Ever. Oh, sorry. I forgot the tagline. Scary Tales.
Yeah.
We've done Scary Tales before. This one is Twisted Fairy Tales. We take your regular fairy tales and we kind of twist them dark. In this iteration, the Wicked Witch of the West has actually captured Dorothy. If you look when you go in, she will be on the right-hand side, caged up, allowing the witch to cast her spell over all of fairy tale land, turning those good characters that you know dark, and those darker characters from the stories even darker. We will feature Rapunzel, Hansel and Gretel, Little Miss Muffet, Humpty Dumpty, among others. The fun thing in this house is going through and trying to figure out which story it is, and see if you can count how many bears in Goldilocks. See Alright. So the first one's gonna be Scary Tales. We always do a dramatic piece in this area. Last year we did a house where we actually had a riverboat sinking into the muck as you walk into the house. A couple years before that, we had a house that was an asylum stuck in a snowstorm. And it's this absolutely beautiful facade that we put on. This year, same thing. We are gonna go to the Wicked Witch of the West's castle. And she will be up on the parapets casting her spell.
Alright, we just did Scary Tales.
Oh my god.
Which is like twisted fairy tales.
It's like if Disneyland and Horror Nights like decided to come together and make the most nightmarish and beautiful and wonderful horrific things.
The facade of it in the beginning, it's like the whole Wicked Witch's castle. And she's on a harness and she like flies over you and casts spells. It is wild.
I was like, Mother Witch.
So
I was
cool.
waiting for it.
Yeah.
Sal's Salvage Yard, which is where you're gonna be heading in now. The carnies, out of work and no place to go, and they couldn't really adapt to regular society, decided to make their home in the Salvage Yard with the games and the rides that they lived around. People started to trespass to go in and kind of relive that carny life, and the carnies got a little bit twisted. They now punish any trespassers that head into their realm violently. But to do so, they use all of the games and the rides that you're used to in a traditional carnival.
Love it.
All right, here we go.
So we just got out of Carnival Graveyard. Super fun original idea. But there's one point, I don't even know what scared him. He was on the floor for a good 3 to 5 seconds, and I was like, get up.
Okay, I wish cameras were available. I mean, like, able to record in here, because we could do, like, a count of how many times I've actually fallen on the floor.
Literally, get up.
Alright, so this is it. Saving the best for last. This is Poltergeist. Now, how many of you have seen the movie Poltergeist? How many of you have seen the movie like within the last like 5-10 years? Okay, so here you go. The thing I love about this house is that there are things from the movie that you have forgotten about, unless you watched it last night. But even then, there will be things that you won't realize are in that wouldn't think about being in the house. This house, if you remember the story, the entire community was built on top of the graveyard. Turns out they did not move the bodies, they only moved the headstones. That was discovered when the mom fell into the pool during a rainstorm and all the bodies started popping up. And she's got the bodies on her. They pull her out and everything starts going crazy in the house. Well, that's where we are going to start your journey. You will be inside the pool in the middle of a rainstorm. Then we are going to take you underground into the dirt with all the bodies falling on you just like they did in the film. You are then going to head into the house and you will encounter many of the things that the ghost provided. Unlike the movie, however, we are going to take you to the other side. You will see Carol Ann's closet with the spinning light. You'll hear Tangina clear your mind and know what scares you. And then you will head into the other side. Just remember, when you're in the other side, don't go into the lights. No, ready.
Alright, so we made it back to Cafe La Bamba after Poltergeist.
Because sweets.
Poltergeist was really fun. Huge facades again. Universal knows how to do all their facades.
Superior.
And they had like stilt walkers in it. It was amazing. It was probably like my favorite.
My absolute favorite as well too. I mean, HHN 28.
And honestly, there's no other way to do this event than a Rip Tour. So huge thanks to Universal for having us. It was a blast. If you have the option and ability to do a Rip Tour, it is worth it. Especially on a sold out night. It's insane.
There's no other way.
Yeah, so let me know if you guys come to this event what your favorite house was. And I will see you guys real soon.
Bye.
Bye.